Guitar Warriors, this is Ben Morrow, musician to the stars. Today I'm going to be giving you my tips and secrets from my many years of playing with the stars. Today we're going to go through a couple more basic chords. We're going to go through E major and A major. We did A major in a previous video, so this will be a little review for that one, but here's a brand new chord for you, E major. This is an open chord. We call this an open chord because it has open strings that are going to ring. This is a nice chord on the guitar. You strum all the strings. All the strings are going to be ringing out. We're going to start with our second finger on the second fret of the fifth string. Our third finger goes on the second fret of the fourth string. Our first finger goes on the first fret of the third string. Now, the trick is that you want to hold down those notes that you, your fingers are touching the strings, but you also want to make sure that the other strings can ring out, so they can vibrate and ring out. So that bottom string has to ring out, the second string, and the first string have to ring out. The other ones, you're playing them with your fingers. So if you play the whole thing, okay, this is a great chord on the guitar. So the best thing to practice, just take your hand away, try to bring it back, and again, second finger, second fret of the fifth string, third finger, second fret of the fourth string, first finger, first fret of the third string. You're going to try to get a nice curl in those fingers. You're going to try to get those fingertips to be coming straight down onto the string as much as possible. And you're going to try to be conscious of making sure that that first finger doesn't lean in to the second string. Okay, if it leans in, you're going to get a muted sound. So you want to just curl it around a little bit more so the fingers are coming straight down on the string, and then that should help the second string to be able to ring out. Now in the beginning, of course, you're going to have to kind of do this however you can. I know beginners, a lot of times you have to bring your wrist around to make that happen. Eventually you will be able to have your forearm straight, have your thumb coming over the guitar a little bit, and have this part of your hand actually touching the back of the neck. So let's try it again. So here's what it would sound like with all the strings ringing. Good thing to practice is play the whole chord and then also play each note one at a time. So each string one at a time, just to make sure all the notes are ringing out. So let me try that. Now, before you can start learning songs, you have to learn these transitions between two chords, okay? In my opinion, that's the best way to start preparing to learn songs. So today we're going to play E major to A major, okay? A major should be a little bit of, here's a review for it. So we're avoiding playing the bottom string. We are hitting the fifth string open. Your second finger is on the second fret of the fourth string. Your first finger is on the second fret of the third string. Your third finger is on the second fret of the second string. And that first string should be ringing out, okay? So you got to make sure that that hand doesn't lean into that first string. So this is what the A should sound like. Now, here's a trick or a tip that I can give you when you're changing in between these two chords. Many times beginners, when you're changing chords, you have to lift your hand all the way up, put it back all the way down, lift it up all the way off the guitar, put it back down. And you do have to lift your fingers, but what you'll find is you don't have to lift them very high. And sometimes you can leave them right on the string. So this first finger, it's on the second fret of the third string for the A chord, and for the E chord, it's on the first fret of the third string for the E chord. So when you're changing in between those chords, you can actually leave that first finger right on the string. So you just slide it up to the second fret for the A major chord, slide it down for the E major chord, slide it down to the first fret. So let's try that a little bit. You got your E major chord. Now when you're changing to the A, that first finger doesn't lift up off the guitar, it just slides up to the second fret, and the second and third finger come around that first finger and kind of squeeze into that one fret. You got to get those fingertips to really squeeze into that spot. When you go back to the A chord, you are not lifting that first finger, you're just sliding it down to the first fret. And then these The other two fingers, the second and the third finger, try not to lift those a lot. You just have to kind of move them over a little bit. So again, if you watch me do it, my fingers are barely coming off the strings. And keeping that first finger on the third string the whole time, that really helps. That helps to give you an anchor, it helps to keep your fingers on the strings, and it helps to let you change in between chords as fast as possible. So, give your hand a little bit of a break. Let's try it again. So, with the E chord, the 6th string is open, the 2nd finger is on the 2nd fret of the 5th string, 3rd finger, 2nd fret of the 4th string, 1st finger, 1st fret of the 3rd string, and then you got to try to let those 2 top strings ring out. So you're strumming all the strings, and again, try to use your fingertips, get a good curl in the strings, like little hammers coming down in the strings. That's your E major. To change to the A major, slide that first finger up to the 2nd fret, wrap that 2nd and 3rd finger around on either side of the 1st finger, and we're going to be strumming the A string open, 5th string open, and then your 2nd finger is on the 2nd fret 4th string, 1st finger 2nd fret 3rd string, 3rd finger 2nd fret 2nd string, and that top string is ringing out. So if you're going to practice a little song with that, let's do 8 strums on each chord. Okay, so we're going to do 2 measures of E major and then 2 measures of A major. So in the beginning, you're going to have to kind of stop and change chords and then get the rhythm going. Eventually, you'll be able to keep it nice and smooth. So let's try it. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Now stop, switch to the A major. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Stop, switch to the E major, but again, keep that first finger touching that 3rd string, and then 8 more strings. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Stop, get ready for that A major chord. Okay, once you got all the notes, another 8 strums. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So in the beginning, take time and set up the next chord. But eventually, you're going to be able to keep that rhythm going with your right hand. When you make the change, this shouldn't change at all. You're going to just keep that rhythm going because you've practiced back and forth E major, A major enough times that now you can do it quick enough that you don't have to break up the rhythm. So let me do that one once just to show you. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Change. Okay, I kept the rhythm. This right hand just keeps going like a machine. And also, just a note, when I'm playing that A major chord, I'm muting the bottom string with my thumb. So I've brought my thumb around the neck, and I'm just touching that string just barely so it doesn't ring out, and I'm able to strum all the strings. Great, that was a good introduction to the E major chord, and also changing in between the E major chord and the A major chord. My name is Ben Morrow, musician to the stars. This has been a Guitar Warrior lesson. If it was helpful to you, please like this video, subscribe to my site. If you're interested in private lessons, go to my website, you'll see information there. So I will see you in the next Guitar Warrior video. Keep an eye out for the Guitar Warrior comic, which is coming soon. And please follow the Guitar Warrior on social media. And that is how you shred on the guitar.